guys that shouldn't bring it back down here again.
Cleaning service.
So the two guys from Parks and Rec were emptying the trash. You know, they're not. I'm doing okay. How are you?
She said she's upset.
So I wonder what the Parks and Rec people are going to do now. Well, I think I'm going to try to have a little more power on it before I start everything too, because they're not the guys with the special plans. Well, and I don't know that I have everybody's support that I have, and I was just going to give everyone a chance if I don't have everybody's support.
Come on, slacker.
But I mean, you have any questions about it? Or you good with it? There's no implication. I just didn't know if we had those people or not. I'm good.
Good morning and welcome to the Bullitt County Fiscal Court. Today is April the 2nd, and it's 9:32 a.m. At this time, Keith, would you mind leading us in the invocation, please?
Y'all pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to come together today to do the business of the county. Lord, be with every member of this court and all the members and folks that are here. Lord, keep everybody safe as the weather changes on us. Be with us as we go forward. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Keith. At this time, Sam, would you call the roll, please?
Yes, sir. Vera Sanders. Here. Sean Logston.
Here.
Karen Johnson.
Here.
Brian Bleemel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
All present.
Thank you. Treasurer's transfer report, Canaan?
Yes, Judge, that's dated for March the 28th and also for April the 2nd today. For your all's approval.
I'll make a motion that we accept the treasurer's transfer report.
I'll second.
Got a motion by 2nd District Magistrate Logston, a second by 3rd District Magistrate Johnson to approve the treasurer's transfer report as presented. Sam, call the roll, please.
Logston.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Bleemel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
Sanders.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Presentation and approval of all bills.
I make a motion that we accept the presentation of all bills.
Got a motion by 1st District Magistrate Sanders, a second by 4th District Magistrate Bleemel to approve the bills as presented. Sam, call the roll, please.
Johnson.
Yes.
Bleemel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
Sanders.
Yes.
Logston.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. The approval of the minutes from the March 19th, 2024 meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court.
I make a motion we approve the minutes of March 19th, 2024.
I'll second.
Got a motion by 4th District Magistrate Bleemel, a second by 3rd District Magistrate Johnson to approve the minutes of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court as presented for March 19th, 2024. Sam, call the roll, please.
Bleemel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
Sanders.
Yes.
Logston.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. At this time, we have no guest speakers, and then we'll go to agenda item number 8. The Emergency Operating Center is open by Justin and John, so they're not going to be here to present. And Miss Jenny Manis sends in her regrets as well that she could not be here today. So at this time, Charlie, the first reading of the public hearing for zoning ordinance 24-03, Michael Lynn.
Planning docket 2024-Z07, Michael Lynn, seeking to rezone from ag to conservation, located at 1092 Martin Hill Road, parcel number 019-000-00-091, an unincorporated area of the county. 3.67 acres more or less. The purpose is to sell off for ag purposes. Comprehensive plan calls for agricultural or rural residential. Pursuant to provisions of KRS 100.211, the Bullitt County Planning Commission held a hearing concerning the application on March 14, 2024. Based on the testimony at the hearing, the Bullitt County Planning Commission finds the map amendment is not in agreement with the community's comprehensive plan. However, conservation zoning does adjoin the property. Because of the testimony received at the public hearing, the Bullitt County Planning Commission recommends the requested zoning change be approved and sends a favorable recommendation to the Bullitt County Fiscal Court.
Thank you, Charlie. Counselor?
Commonwealth of Kentucky, County of Bullitt, zoning ordinance number 24-03. An ordinance relating to the changing of zoning of certain property from agricultural to conservation. The property in question is 3.671 acres more or less, located at 1092 Martin Hill Road, parcel number 019-000-00-091, in an unincorporated area of the county. Whereas the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County has considered the evidence of the public hearing held by the Joint Planning Commission and the recommendations of the Commission, the information provided in the staff report of the Office of Bullitt County Planning and Zoning, and the testimony and evidence presented at the public hearing held by the Fiscal Court. And whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Joint Planning Commission for said zoning change, and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes, and determines that the proposed zoning change is acceptable and should be approved. Now therefore be it ordained by the Fiscal Court of County of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County, and more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission in docket number 2024-Z-07, is hereby changed from agricultural to conservation. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect upon passage and publication as required by law. Section 3, should any section, provision, or part of this ordinance be declared unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction, then the remainder of this ordinance shall not be effective and shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, all ordinances and resolutions to the extent they are inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed. Given first reading and public hearing at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 2nd day of April 2024, to be given second reading at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 16th day of April 2024.
Thank you, Tammy. Anyone here to speak for zoning ordinance 24-03, Michael Lynn? Anyone here to speak against zoning ordinance 24-03, Michael Lynn? Hearing none. Charlie, first reading public hearing for zoning ordinance 24-04, Charles and Leanne Vincent.
Planning docket 2024-Z13, Charles and Leanne Vincent, seeking to rezone from ag to conservation, located at 200 Jackson Hill Road, parcel 072-000-00-050CC, located in an unincorporated area of the county. Approximately 4.3 acres more or less. The purpose is to expand the side yard and build a garage. Comprehensive plan calls for agricultural or rural residential. The Bullitt County Planning Commission, pursuant to provisions of KRS 100.211, held a public hearing concerning the application on March 14, 2024. Based on the testimony of the applicants and their proponents, the Planning Commission finds the map amendment is in agreement with the community's comprehensive plan, and there is conservation in the area. Because of the testimony received at the public hearing, the Bullitt County Planning Commission recommends this requested zoning change be approved and sends a favorable recommendation to the Bullitt County Fiscal Court.
Thank you, Charlie. Tammy?
Commonwealth of Kentucky, County of Bullitt, zoning ordinance number 24-04. An ordinance relating to the changing of zoning of certain property from agricultural to conservation. The property in question is 4.3 acres more or less, located at 200 Jackson Hill Road, parcel number 072-000-00-050CC, in an unincorporated area of the county. Whereas the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County County has considered the evidence of the public hearing held by the Joint Planning Commission and the recommendations of the Commission, the information provided in the staff report of the Office of Bullitt County Planning and Zoning, and the testimony and evidence presented at the public hearing held by the Fiscal Court, and whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Joint Planning Commission for said zoning change and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes and determines that the proposed zoning change is acceptable and should be approved. Now therefore be it ordained by the Fiscal Court of County of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County, and more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission in docket number 2024Z-13, is hereby changed from agricultural to conservation. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect upon passage and publication as required by law. Section 3, should any section, provision, or part of this ordinance be declared unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction, then the remainder of this ordinance shall not be affected and shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, all ordinances and resolutions to the extent they are inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed. Given first reading and public hearing at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the second day of April 2024, to be given second reading at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 16th day of April 2024.
Thank you, Tammy. Anyone here to speak for zoning ordinance 24-04? Charles and Leanne Vincent. Anyone here to speak against zoning ordinance 24-04? Charles and Leanne Vincent. Hearing none. Charlie, first reading, public hearing for zoning ordinance 24-05. Daniel and Tara Streckler.
So first, I want to say that this one is directly related to the previous one.
Right.
Given both of them are approved, they will be joined through a minor plat.
Okay.
So 2024 Z14, Daniel and Tara Steckler, seeking to rezone from ag to conservation, located at 397 Jackson Hill Road, 072-000-00-050, located in an unincorporated area of the county. 1 acre more or less. Purpose is to expand the side yard and build a garage. Comprehensive plan calls for agricultural or rural residential. The Bullitt County Planning Commission, pursuant to provisions of KRS 100.211, held a public hearing concerning the application on March 14th, 2024. Based on the testimony of the applicants and their proponents, the Planning Commission finds the map amendment is not in agreement with the community's comprehensive plan, but there is conservation in the area. Because of the testimony received at the public hearing, the Bullitt County Planning Commission recommends this requested zoning change be approved and sends a favorable recommendation to the Bullitt County Fiscal Court.
Thank you, Charlie. Tammy?
Commonwealth of Kentucky, County of Bullitt, zoning ordinance number 24-05. An ordinance relating to the changing of zoning of certain property from agricultural to conservation. The property in question is 1 acre more or less, located at 397 Jackson Hill Road, parcel number 072-000-00-050 in an unincorporated area of the county. Whereas the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County has considered the evidence of the public hearing held by the Joint Planning Commission and the recommendations of the Commission, the information provided in the staff report of the Office of Bullitt County Planning and Zoning, and the testimony and evidence presented at the public hearing held by the Fiscal Court, and whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Joint Planning Commission for said zoning change, and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes, and determines that the proposed zoning change is acceptable and should be approved. Now therefore be it ordained by the Fiscal Court of County of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County, and more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission in docket number 2024Z-14, is hereby changed from agricultural to conservation. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect upon passage and publication as required by law. Section 3, should any section, provision, or part of this ordinance be declared unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction, then the remainder of this ordinance shall not be affected and shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, all ordinances and resolutions to the extent they are inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed. Given first reading and public hearing at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the second day of April 2024, to be given second reading at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 16th day of April 2024.
Thank you, Tammy. Anyone here to speak for zoning ordinance 24-05? Daniel and Tara Steckler. Anyone here to speak against zoning ordinance 24-05? Daniel and Tara Steckler. Hearing none. Charlie, first reading public hearing for zoning ordinance 24-06. Michael and Sonia Edwards.
Planning docket 2024 Z18, Michael and Sonia Edwards is seeking to rezone from ag to R1 residential. Located at 222 Cromwell Lane, parcel number 072-000-00-055G, located in the unincorporated area of the county. 0.48 acres more or less, and purpose to split off to build a single-family dwelling. Comprehensive plan calls for ag or rural residential. The Bullitt County Planning Commission, pursuant to provisions of KRS 100.211, held a public hearing concerning the application on March 14th, 2024. Based on the testimony of the applicants and our proponents, the Bullitt County Planning Commission finds the map amendment is in agreement with the community's comprehensive plan and will be attached to existing R1 zoning. Because of the testimony received, the Bullitt County Planning Commission recommends this requested zoning change be approved and sends a favorable recommendation to Bullitt County Fiscal Court.
Thank you, Charlie. Tammy?
Commonwealth of Kentucky, County of Bullitt, zoning ordinance number 24-06. An ordinance relating to the changing of zoning of certain property from agricultural to R1 residential. The property in question is 0.48 acres more or less, located at 222 Cromwell Lane, parcel number 072-000-00-055G in an unincorporated area of the county. Whereas the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County has considered the evidence of the public hearing held by the Joint Planning Commission and the recommendations of the Commission, the information provided in the staff report of the Office of Bullitt County Planning and Zoning, and the testimony and evidence presented at the public hearing held by the Fiscal Court, and whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Joint Planning Commission for said zoning change and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes, and determines that the proposed zoning change is acceptable and should be approved. Now therefore be it ordained by the Fiscal Court of County of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County, and more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission in docket number 2024Z-18, is hereby changed from agricultural to R1 residential. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect upon passage and publication as required by law. Section 3, should any section, provision, or part of this ordinance be declared unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction, then the remainder of this ordinance shall not be effective and shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, all ordinances and resolutions to the extent they are inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed. Given first reading and public hearing at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 2nd day of April 2024, to be given second reading at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 16th day of April 2024.
Thank you, Tammy. Anyone here to speak for zoning ordinance 24-06? Michael and Sonia Edwards. Anyone here to speak against zoning ordinance Michael and Sonia Edwards? Hearing none. Number 5 on the agenda, upgrade radio infrastructure for expansion. Whitney, you have any more comments? We did have a hearing on it with Tom Barr being present to proceed forward with a 6-lane for our dispatch.
What specific action do we need? I know.
We need a motion to
Motion to accept the.
accept it, right?
I don't remember specifically which. Is that in here?
Yeah, it was 200 plus thousand, Sean.
Yeah. First of all, thanks for all the information in that hearing. I mean, that was very, very informative. I just couldn't remember specifically how we needed to word that motion. The total system for 4 years, is that what was it?
The 6-lane, it's forever.
Forever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
never
Okay.
goes away.
Okay, that was just the warranty coverage there.
What's the warranty? That's including the warranty, the $277,000, correct?
So that goes on for 6 years after that for that one additional lane. Any maintenance for that, after that, that was that $10,000 after the initial project.
Right.
Do we just
I'm a little confused.
do we just need to accept that? I don't remember the specific. What's the specifics of that?
Okay, we need a motion to approve it to where we can spend the $277,046, and then to maintain the,
To expand the radio function, the infrastructure of it, to add that 6th lane.
That's expand it plus the warranty,
yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to be sure.
But that dollar amount will cover everything, correct?
Yes, sir.
You probably don't.
No, I don't have that pen in my packet. Well, I'll go ahead and go forward with it then. I'll make a motion that we accept the infrastructure for expansion for the 6th lane in the amount approximately $277,046, $277,046.
A second.
I have a motion by 2nd District Magistrate Logsdon, a second by 1st District Magistrate Sanders to accept the proposal to add a 6th lane to our dispatch system, effective basically immediately.
Because during that hearing, I know you said it'd take a long time for them to get that up and going, probably about a year, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, so we get moving on that.
Right. Any other discussion, members?
No, just anybody new in here, I mean, the biggest thing, the takeaway for me from that meeting and that hearing was just, there's multiple times, obviously, where people call 911, whether it's first responders or not, and sometimes you might hear a busy signal. So we're trying to eliminate those busy signals. The last thing you want to do is call 911 and you hear a busy tone for whether it's a first responder, a sheriff's officer, or whether it's somebody in the community. So that's why this is very important. So.
Yep.
The county's really growing.
Yep. No, we'll pay it as we go because it's going to be 2 different sections.
It's broke down.
Okay. Any other discussion? Sam, call the roll, please.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Sanders?
Yes.
Logston?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Flemel?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. To accept the bid for the Corvus janitorial services for services in the courthouse. We have Ms. Corvus here.
Yes, my
There
name
you
is Tiffany Bowling. I'm the sales manager for Corvus in Louisville.
I think we had quite the healthy discussion about this 2 meetings ago, or maybe 3.
Okay, everybody in the office, everybody's good?
You good?
All right, I'll make a motion that we,
I'm sorry?
You all are going to have CJIS training.
I haven't heard about it again. We are willing to do that, yes. I would just, yes.
You can't come in the office and clean without.
Okay, and
We'll
then,
get our radios taken away.
okay, and then I have the contact of the woman that you connected me with, so I should just reach out to her again. Is that right? Okay, I can do that.
We'll set them up as a vendor through KSP. We'll get it all taken care of.
Thank you.
And the county attorney's space will be cleaned during office hours.
I'm
right?
sorry?
The county attorney's space will be cleaned during office hours while we're here?
Yes, we
Perfect.
can work it out however, whatever works best for everyone. We
Yeah,
have
fine.
cleaners around the clock, so.
everybody good?
I don't see a price. I see everything.
It's, here, this is from January 16th, if y'all like to look at
Yep.
it. And this is only
Same
for the
price.
courthouse.
Go back to the original.
It's
Yeah.
39,000,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. All right, just a minute. Just something.
Is there any other concerns that we need to address before?
It's just for the courthouse.
Right.
Well, I'll go ahead and put it in form of a motion that we accept the bid from Corvus Janitorial Services for services at the courthouse.
Second.
Got a motion by 2nd District Magistrate Logsdon, a second by 4th District Magistrate Blemo to accept the services of Corvus Janitorial for the courthouse itself. Sam, call the roll.
Sanders?
Yes.
Logston?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Flemel?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes,
Motion carried.
thank you all.
Thank you.
Item number 7,
When will they be starting on that?
like
When will y'all
hopefully,
be starting?
And it's up to you all. We typically, we can get started in as little as 2 weeks. With needing to get everything set up, it will take a little extra time. That's something that I might have to return with an answer for, because there's multiple people involved in that.
Whitney, can you give an estimate as to how long it would take if somebody said, I want to get CJIS trained, lickety-split?
The CJIS training doesn't take that long. The training is just maybe an hour or so. You would have to get all of your staff members fingerprinted into the training, but we're going to set them up as a vendor. So theoretically, they'll be safe to go anywhere throughout the state of Kentucky, and then that way they're fine for the sheriff's office, the county attorney, commonwealth attorney. When I spoke with Aaron Oliver at KSP a month or so ago, they said as soon as they got that process started and we got your staff through that, it shouldn't take that long, but I don't have an exact time. No.
Okay.
So maybe a few weeks.
And for your all, to kind of flesh that out a little bit, that CJIS training, setting them up as a vendor, is through the Kentucky State Police, so that they are then authorized and pursuant to the regulations that we have from the FBI, that we and all other radio systems that have link NCIC have to have done for those regulations from the FBI and the state police. That's what that getting them set up as a vendor with KSP is about.
So they are doing the NCIC report.
I'm sorry?
They are doing the NCIC report.
They'll do the training, so they have security awareness for it. It's for the compliance, since the commonwealth attorney, the county attorney, and the sheriff's office all has access to that CJIS material, and it's in their office. It's a security training to know that they're going to be around that sensitive information. It's confidential and it's not theirs to use. And basically, it's going to be there. They can't look at it, but they're going to be exposed to it. It's just a layer of security, and it's required by the FBI.
Right,
KSP.
okay.
All right, well, you got the green light to get with them and
Yep.
get training.
Okay, I will
Absolutely.
do that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Approval for the additional 582.14 for the roof repair at the Saltwell Road.
I think you all may have, if I may, you all may have received these photographs, and what it was, the bid that they gave us was for $49,000 and some dollars, and what it, which was under the 50. But then when they got to working on it, they found the fascia, not the fascia, the soffit boards were rotten all down one side, and they had to replace that. And that's what the additional funds are needed for.
Okay.
Well, I'll make a motion that we approve the additional $582.14 for roof repair on Saltwell Road to bring the total to $50,582.14, and then permission to cut the check.
I'll second.
Got a motion by 2nd District Magistrate Logsdon, a second by 3rd District Magistrate Johnson to approve the additional $582.14 to make the check cut today for $50,582.14 for the repairs of the roof at the Saltwell location for the Sheriff's Department. Sam, call the roll, please.
Logsdon?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Flemel?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Sanders?
Yes.
Motion carried.
There you go. Number 8, Commonwealth Attorney Office Space Lease Agreement that's in your all's packet. And for 2025, it's the same as what it was for 2024 for $21,900.
I'll make a motion, we accept.
Okay,
What was the amount on that?
21.9.
Down there.
Second.
Got a motion by 4th District Magistrate Blemel, a second by 2nd District Magistrate Logsdon to approve the lease agreement for the Commonwealth Attorney's Office for $21,900 for 2025. Sam, call the roll, please.
Johnson?
Yes.
Flemel?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Sanders?
Yes.
Logsdon?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. And we have the new hire list. Thank you, Rebecca, and HR Director Janice.
Good morning, all.
Good morning.
So we've got 3 new, 2 of them are part-time and 1 is a full-time. The one part-time paramedic, Chan, has worked for us off and on over the years several times.
How long has she been with you all?
I'm sorry?
How long has she been with EMS?
Oh, Chan is a he, Chanlin. He's been a medic for years. Yeah.
But has she been with you all for years, or?
He has,
He
off
has?
and on over the years, yeah. He does deployments. So he'll work for us for a while and then he'll work for us for a good year or two, and then periodically a good deployment comes up, and so he decides to switch to that, and then he'll come back again. This particular time, he's kind of indicated to us that he's needing to take a break from the deployments and wanting something a little more secure, so.
Okay. And then Madison Logsdon, part-time EMT, effective tomorrow, both of them.
Yep.
And
They're
then-
both new EMTs.
Yeah.
Newer, I should say. New to us.
How many part-time workers do y'all have over there?
A lot, yeah.
You don't have a number?
Rob, I'm gonna ballpark it at about 30.
Yeah,
30?
Give or take.
And usually how many hours do they work?
It really depends. The minimum that they have to work is 24 hours a month, so 2 shifts a month. But we have some that work as close to a full-time schedule as we allow.
So y'all have 57 on staff full-time and 30 part-time?
Roughly. Yeah.
87 points.
If you want to see what the truck count is, I'm more than happy to show you.
they help pick up all the times when everybody's on vacation, or there's workers' comp injuries, or people are out for sick or whatever, so.
Okay. I'm gonna make a motion that we hire the 3 for EMS, Chanlin King, Madison Logsdon, and Delilah Wells at the salaries requested.
I like Madison's last name, but I'm not related that I'm aware of. I'll put that out there.
Okay.
You got a really good last
I
name.
imagine there's a lot of y'all
Yeah.
that last name. out
Really good last name.
Yeah.
So I'll second that.
Okay. I have a second by 2nd District Magistrate Logsdon. Sam, call the roll, please.
Lamel,
Yes.
Judge Summers,
Yes.
Sanders,
Yes.
Logston,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
motion carried.
Thank you. And while you're front and center, Rebecca, also Deborah Thompson, from full-time EMT at $22.50 an hour to full-time supervisor at $23.50, effective tomorrow as well.
Yeah. She's been with us for 10, 12 years.
2014 or so.
Yeah.
I always thought they had to be a paramedic to be a supervisor. Has that changed over there?
It has. So we revamped our supervisor setting so that we had primary supervisors that were paramedics and assistant supervisors that were usually EMTs. We decided that we were more concerned about making sure that we had the best leaders and not necessarily the best paramedic leaders. We've got enough command staff that are paramedics that any issues that might arise that need to be addressed by a paramedic in a supervisory role, we can absolutely handle. This way we've got some movement that the EMTs can step into also. It's part of our effort to improve retention, is to give our EMTs as well as our paramedics some more duties that they can work into.
Any other discussion? I'm going to make the motion to hire Deborah Thompson, who has been with us a lot of years.
She's a keeper.
Absolutely. And she's done deploying too, right?
She has over the years, yeah.
Deployed as well. Okay. From a full-time EMT to full-time supervisor, $23.50 an hour.
Second. Go ahead, Karen, take it.
I got a second by 3rd District Magistrate Johnson. Sam, call the roll, please.
Judge Summers,
Yes?
Sanders,
Yes.
Logston,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lamel,
Yes.
motion carried.
Thank you. Janice?
And I'll step in for Tony and David here. Animal Control would like to hire Hannah Estes, part-time kennel attendant at $14.25 an hour, effective April the 4th, which is Thursday. She's coming in to fill up the other part-time spot that was vacated, so.
Any discussion, members? I'll make the motion then to hire Hannah Estates as a part-time kennel attendant at $14.25 an hour, effective this Thursday, April the 4th of 2024.
Second.
Got a second by 4th District Magistrate Blemo. Sam, call the roll, please.
Sanders,
Yes.
Logston,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lemo,
Yes.
Judge Summers,
Yes.
motion carried.
Okay. At this time, any comments? Vera?
No, just everybody be safe today. Bad weather coming in.
Okay. Sean?
No, just echo what she said. I think there's some more storms coming in this afternoon. Just be safe and hunker down.
Okay. Karen?
Just had a lot of road work going on here lately, but the bridge on Zonton Road's finally open. I saw yesterday it was shut down or cracked,
Yeah.
but then that turned out to be an April Fool's Day joke. So
There you go.
it was a good relief.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's all good in the north.
Brian?
No, I don't have anything right off.
Okay, and I'll close with some comments. Representative Huff is in the room, and I would like to personally thank our legislative group and U of L Health and their lobbyist, and our lobbyist here, and all of y'all sitting in this room. Right now, as long as the governor doesn't throw it out, which I think it'll probably be overridden, we're going to receive the $25 million, $12.5 million in 2024, another $12.5 million in 2025 for the new Brown Cancer Center at the U of L Health Hospital South Campus in the city of Hillview. This is absolutely a game changer for our community. It shows that there's health care available not only to our community, but for Central Kentucky and Western Kentucky as well. And I would like to take a moment to thank Mayor Dangerfield and Teresa Preston for all that they do. And Brian, hell, he works when we're off. So, and Mayor Cabero, thank you for all you're doing in the city of Shepherdsville. I hope your projects go well. We're here to support them. And anything that you do need from us, outside of moving any more buildings, just give us a holler, okay? So at this time, Vera, what time is it?
It is 10:10 and time to adjourn.
Second.
I got a motion by 1st District Magistrate Sanders, a second by 4th District Magistrate Flamo to adjourn the Bullitt County Fiscal Court meeting at 10:10 on April 2nd, 2024. Sam, call the roll, please.
Logston,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lemo,
Yes.
Judge Summers,
Yes.
Sanders,
Yes.
motion carried.
You doing okay?
I am, are you?
You're awful quiet. I'm worried about you. Yep. I'll turn this up.
Over the long holiday weekend, but I've been trying to get in here to talk to you. I heard got a fine.